What up? What's going on? Yo, we are in the house getting it started. We share this to a few people. Okay, share this to a few folks. If y'all don't mind, just get started. Sports World, Pit Dog, what up, what up, what up? What's going on, Pit Dog? Yo, Pit Dog, what's happening? What's happening? How's it going, my brother? Hope everything going all right. We got a good show today. You know what I'm saying? I see you, Krissie. I'm coming. Let me put this in the bottle right quick. Put this in the description below. And let me post this. What up, Pit Dog? Hope you be able to stay tuned for a little while. We got a good show right here coming up. Let me share this out a couple times, Krissie, to a few of my close friends. And we're going to get into it. Good to see everyone is able to join and speak and all that. You know what I mean? All right. Here I come, Krissie. Krissie, if you don't mind, Krissie, send me a request. What up, bro, Dragon? If you don't mind, Krissie, send me a request. I'm trying to hit the invite button, but it's not letting me press in. It's not letting me invite you. Maybe if you send a request, I can accept it and it'll bring you in. Yeah, let me add you in for some strange reason. But for those of y'all that's here, make sure that you follow public figure Krissie the GOAT. That's Krissie _ 2 times. She's on all medias. No nonsense type of lady. Speak the truth. Say a lot of things that you need to hear. You know what I mean? But check her out on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. Krissie the GOAT or Krissie _ 2 times. Trying to get her in here. Miss Krissie, if you can send me a request, cause the invite button just ain't letting me let you in. What's up, Green Lantern? Trying to get Miss Krissie in. If you are there. There we go. Okay. Now, it's in there now. I was able to press it. My pen it. My pen it. What's up, Miss Krissie?
Hey.
How you doing, ma'am?
I am okay.
That is great. That is good. That is great. Thank you for being able to give me a little while to talk with you, ma'am.
No problem.
How's your day going so far today?
It's going. It's cool.
Cool. Ups and downs, I understand. So we just go ahead and get started. Shout out to people that's in here now, the ones that come later. I am always Cooks 24 podcast. Today I will be talking with Miss Krissie _ 2 times. Krissie the GOAT. You can catch her on Twitter at Krissie _ 2 times, TikTok at Krissie the GOAT, YouTube at Krissie the GOAT, and Facebook at Krissie the GOAT. Also, you go to her email and check out our ads. Did I put that down right? Dog, I didn't put that down right. Your Gmail. Let people know. Oh yeah, book.
There you
Book
go.
book at Krissie.
Book with Krissie
Gmail.com.
at gmail.com.
That's right. That's right. I'm sorry. I don't want to mess that up.
That's okay.
One of one, a voice creator. Also part of RTF management. You know what I'm saying? Also, AKA mama 2 times. So that let me know that you're a mother. You know what I'm saying? You
Yes.
know, let me know you're a mother. So my first question for anybody, I always ask, how they doing, and you already let me know that. So let's just jump right into it. I've been watching your posts, your videos. You talk with a lot of sense, no nonsense on top of that, and you don't hold no punches. You let people know off the top. Y'all might not like me for this, but dun, 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 dun. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm gonna start out by asking, realizing, trusting your gut, and don't let people make you feel bad. You said that in one of your videos,
Hmm.
and I would like to ask you, because you was talking to me. I'm one of the people that you talking to when you said that. So I would like for you to kind of give a little synopsis or just dig deep on what you was meaning when you say that.
Well, first, a lot of my posts be related to myself. A
Gotcha.
lot, not all. Let me, not all. But like when people take offense to my post, a lot of them be like self affirmations or me speaking to myself with things that I deal with on a day to day and just being the person that I am. I'm very outspoken. Um, I hold no bars. So it's like I do get a lot of criticism. I take a lot of backlash with that. And of course, sometimes it's like, damn, like why don't they just understand that this is who I am? Or it's not even always meant to as judgment, but I guess that's how it could be taken. Like, oh, she's so judgmental, or she always got something to say. Yeah, I always got something to say, but it's not always negative. It's just I'm just very outspoken, and like I have a voice, and I'm gonna use it. That's why God gave me my voice to use it. So that's what I do. And I just know that can be hard for people, especially being in any type of field where you're being watched. It's hard because you feel like you gotta tiptoe or walk on eggshells, but you really don't. To me, that's how you're gonna build your following. They either gonna mess with you because they mess with you, or they're not. And if they don't, those aren't the people that you want following you. It's just that simple. I'm not gonna change who I am or try to be like somebody else so that I can draw a crowd. No, I want to draw the crowd that like me for me. And it's just that simple.
Okay, okay. Then that's straight to the point. All right. Um, what grinds your gears? I caught that, and I hate bullies. I've always been a bully hater. I ain't never liked no bully for no reason whatsoever. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But you put me on opinionated bullies, and I had to stop and say, "Damn, she is on point with that." You know what I'm saying? Like that's real right there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So what? And that grinds your gears. So, like, what type of experience or scenario have you had with an opinionated bully, and how do you handle it, Miss Chrissy?
So sometimes I attract people who I think are like me, or maybe they are in certain ways, like outspoken, um, really just outspoken. And when we first meet, it's all cool and it's like, oh, you just like me, or a lot of people don't understand me and why I'm this way or why I'm that way. So we kind of relate, but the more we get to know each other, it's like, okay, you want to be outspoken, you want to say how you feel when you feel, you want to stand on exactly what you believe in, but you don't want anyone to stand up to you. That makes absolutely
Hmm.
no sense to me. I'm very, very, as you can see, like I'm very outspoken, but that doesn't mean nobody can come to me. That doesn't mean I'm not approachable or anything at all. I'm very approachable. I may be a little um I may offend a lot of people, or it may look that way from the outside, but like I'm very approachable. I'm probably the one of those people that you can talk to about anything, literally anything, and I'm gonna give you my ear. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion, um, and that's just what it is. But you have people that they're outspoken and they don't like for anyone else to be. It's like, okay, this is how I feel, this is what I gotta say, and I don't want you to give me no feedback. Why not? Or you get offended, or now you're mad. To me, that's bullying.
Okay. And I feel that too. I understand both sides of it. And I've definitely been in that scenario before to where, you know, somebody will like I've seen you say, look down on you because of your idea. Don't let, like you said, don't let nobody make you feel bad because of what you want to do. If you know you're doing the right thing. What
Yeah,
else you say? Don't try to dim my light. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Cause your light ain't shining like mine. It's a great point. Okay. Um, accountability. I've had two of my female friend podcasters that talked about accountability. So you saying that and explaining it, why is it just for women mostly? And I that caught my attention. And I would really like to also ask you to put that out. Let me know. Talk to me and tell me why or what you meant about that. Which I understood and I'm with you, but hearing you explain it instead of me assuming is much better.
Right.
So why are women always having to hold accountability? Floor is yours.
Right. So I don't think that women shouldn't be held accountable. My question is, like, I have quite a few male friends that they women bash. They women bash. Like, I'm
Mhm.
really cool with them, but they women bash. I guess they have just dealt with the worst of women. And so mainly it's to those type of guys though, because they preach a lot about women need to be held accountable for, oh, you're not with your baby daddy no more, you're not married, you're single, you got this many kids, or you got this many baby daddies, or even when it comes to abuse and different things like that, they want us to hold ourselves accountable, which we should to an extent, or like we should. But
Mhm.
where's the accountability for men? Y'all end up with several baby mamas. Y'all end up not finding the right one. Y'all may end up divorced or whatever the case may be, or just deal with these crazy women that take y'all through the ringer. Where's the accountability for that? Like, I see a lot of complaints about women, but why aren't men holding themselves accountable like they preach and want women to hold ourselves accountable for not being able to find the right person or to settle down with the right person? And I still haven't got an answer. That's crazy you brought that up, because that was my question to you tonight. Like, what's your take on that?
I gotta beat you to the punch. I couldn't help it because it's just, like I said, the other two podcasts are later, actually three, and they all are doing something big and different with their life, and but that accountability word always pop up. You know what I'm saying? So, and I was raised by women. I'm a grandma's boy. So I understand that it should be 50-50. And I'm the type of person that before I uh 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 before I put any negative energy in any woman world, I'm gonna deal with myself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know what I mean? But like you said, still there needs to be an answer for that. You know what I'm saying? Protecting your energy, which goes to once again your statement of don't let nobody dim your light. Where did that inspiration come from with you? Is that something that you've been through?
Experience, for sure. Experience.
Okay.
Um, I'm a really giving and caring person, and I'm really supportive as well.
Hmm.
And I'm loyal to a fault, as I like to say. Like, I really go above and beyond for people that I feel like are within my circle, or that I want to see win, or just in any way like that. And that backfires on me, or it has,
Hmm.
with my experience, is backfired on me. Um, because those people aren't always for me. They've been there to really dim my light, so to speak. That's what they were there for. They wanted to pull my energy. They wanted to pull from everything that I had going on, or to either even just pull me down, to pull themselves up. And I just think it's so important to really dig deep into those within your circle, or just people that you do associate yourself with, because people have motives. Like, motives are very real. And if you don't pay attention to those things, like people will really take advantage of you. They'll take advantage of you and everything you have going. They'll ruin what you have going just so either they can get ahead or just so you won't get anywhere at all.
Mm. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Okay. Miss Chrissy, two time. Explain your brand, what it means to you and the message that you putting out to the world and to your followers.
This is just my expression. That's how it started. It's just my expression. I've just always wanted to have my own platform to speak. And as I said, because I do like to help others. So if I can help you while I'm trying to help myself, like I always say, I'm not no counselor. I'm not no life coach or anything like that. But if you can learn from my experiences, definitely learn from them. Or I know a lot of the youth as well, and they look up to me, some of them, or they come to me for advice. So it's like, why not put that out there? I've been through a lot. I've been through a whole lot, from childhood trauma to I've lost a child. I've lost a child to gun violence. So I think
Mm,
that's something important, and I'm still learning how to deal with it. But there's people who come to me and ask me, how how do you cope? How do you do this? How do you do that? How did you get over this? How did you overcome? I seen this on Facebook or wherever at one point, and I seen when you were dealing with this, like, how did you get past that? Or even just people like, oh, they call me mom. So they like, moms, you need to start a podcast, or you need to have your own show. Like, people always want to hear what you have to say. So just doing what I was already doing, but I used to be the one where I would always make like long posts or just controversial posts, I guess, or like those really touchy subjects. I just turned it into something visual, really.
okay, okay. And that's the perfect way to segue into this. Just so you know, I did my homework. I had to look deep. The internet, the boundaries, the ones that operate, the ones that operate, limits, what you say, big walls, having big walls of respect. So I go with all that. I just took little pieces out of your statements to ask you, how do you view the internet? You know what I mean? Like, how do you view it? Because you use it how you want to use it instead of how society will say, oh, the internet is the devil, all the internet is this and that. But are you using it the right way? So
Right.
how are you using your internet, and how do you feel about the internet in general?
Well, like I always say, it's real people behind these keyboards, behind these phones and cameras and things like that. It's still real people. Yeah, certain stuff can get out of hand, but that's just as they used to say with TV. TV was the devil, all the stuff. Be careful what you let your kids watch and things like that. Of course, there should be some kind of limits on it, especially when it comes to children or the youth and things like that. But at our age, we're old enough to know. We know the
Hmm.
difference. You can't blame social media for cheating or for lying or being deceitful or any of those things. It's just another outlet for you to do those things. But at the end of the day, you're still a human being. You make your own decisions, and that's just what it is. And as far as boundaries, like, I have strict boundaries, very,
Hmm.
very, so especially when it comes to my DMs, when it comes to Messenger or anything like that. Like, that's really off limits. I have to really screen and see if someone is in there for business. Like, I pass up business sometimes because it's all about approach. And if I feel like,
Hmm.
okay, you on some other stuff, or you coming at me incorrectly or whatever, your message is gonna sit there. It's gonna go
Hmm.
unread. I don't feel like some women feel like, oh well, I didn't entertain him, or we didn't exchange numbers, or we didn't do this or that. But you opened the DM, you communicated, you
Hmm.
kept communicating. Like, to me, that's a boundary, and it's so easy to keep that boundary up, especially if you're within a situation or a relationship. Let's just say a relationship. Like, where's the respect for your spouse? Even when it comes to commenting, even when it comes to just how you interact publicly on social media, if you have someone, it's boundaries. It's not always just the internet. Oh, it's all fun and games. No, that's not true. Because if that's the case, you'll do these same things in person. Like what, how am I gonna tell my man, oh, we just playing, we just kidding around, and I'm all in this guy face, I'm all doing this extra stuff with him, grabbing, touching, and like, no, that's not just playing, or that's not just, oh, it's friendly. Just like
Hmm.
with flirting. Flirting is not always, if you're single, you can friendly flirt, but if you're in a relationship, there's no level of flirting that is friendly or innocent.
True, true. Got you. Understood. Great way to segue into where's that question? There you go. Um, Communication is important.
Mhm.
Um, as far as your thoughts on communication, whether it's friendship, relationship, people at work, people that you network with, um, how how important is communication to our society just as well as black people too? You know what I'm saying? In your opinion, your facts or opinion, whatever in your head.
It's very important. With that, communication is the key. Without communication, there comes assumption. There comes, I think that's how things fall apart.
Hmm.
That's how people go astray. So to me, communication is very important. When it comes to friendships, family, that's all relationship. But especially if we're talking about relationships, it's a business. Like a relationship, it's a relationship, but it's a business as well. So
Hmm.
how can it work, or how can it grow if there's no communication there? How can your person understand you? How can you understand them? And it's not always verbal communication. That's where your
Hmm.
love language and all of that comes into play. But there has to be some type of communication. Otherwise, you're going to be stagnant.
True. Okay. Okay. Something else that you said. You've been saying a lot of stuff that got me. And I know with the type of life that I've been going through lately, the past 6 months, it's been in my case, it's been kind of rough. But
Mhm.
I got a lot of patience. I have a good willpower. I take that to tell you this, ask you this: why do you think it is important to deal with the cards that you're being dealt with in life? Remember you talked about that. That was a big. I just want you to know, Miss Chrissy, Mama, two times. That was a big one for me when you said that. It was something that I needed to hear. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And it ain't just who it's coming from. It's just that message coming from the universe. So many good friends I have, but
Mhm.
yet somebody who was a stranger that I have come found to as a podcaster friend, podcaster,
Mhm.
that giving you some good information that you need to hear, because what they going through, you ain't went through. And what you going through, you can relate.
Right.
So I understand that, but I also would like to hear you, because you also said at the end of that statement that your fans are important. Break that down if you don't mind, Miss Chris.
As far as fans, or just the cards, the
Go do both of them, cars and the fans. Make it come together.
Well, that's something that I'm dealing with currently.
Okay.
I don't know. Are you talking about my tweet that I just made, or the video?
The video.
Okay. Because I'm just dealing with a lot. People don't, and that's the thing. Like, all people see is the strength. They don't see. It's not that it's hidden, but it's being dealt with. So sometimes it can get overwhelming, and I don't know everything. I'm learning. That's just it, and that's all. I'm learning, and these are the cards that I'm dealt. And sometimes, you keep drawing, and you don't get the ones that you want, or that you really know how to play.
Hmm.
So it's just like, it's tough. Like, I just tweeted that. That's why I asked you that literally, I think the night before last. I said I'm not always happy with the cards that I'm dealt, but I'm gonna play them regardless. Like, I'm gonna play them regardless, because I'm not gonna give up. If I give up, if I give in, like, I fail on everything that I've been trying to accomplish. So it's just tough. Like, it's just one of those, I'm not gonna say a roller coaster, but it's just where I'm at right now and what I'm dealing with. And again, like I made my last video, it was made based on what I'm going through. But this is something maybe somebody else needs to hear and know, like, that it's not just you going through it. We all go through something at different times of life. It may circle back on us again, and you just have to think back like, okay, this is how I handled it before, or let me not handle it like I handled it before. So I just think it's just important to try to play your cards. All you can do is try to
Okay.
play them right. You can't worry about how they dealt to you.
D- so okay, I can relate. And off the top of my head, do people ask you, like, you might have something going on, and then somebody might come to you and start coming to you for advice or telling you their story, and it's like, even though you know you got what you got going on in here and up here and out there, you kind of put it to the side for a second to give them an ear to listen to, and then you might give them some, whether it's the ugly truth or whatever, but it's the truth
Mhm.
advice that they need to hear. Does that, I'm just asking, does that happen to you a lot?
It does, especially over the
Okay.
past few years, it does. And that's why I'm really big on do not disturb. That's why I always speak about do not disturb. And that goes back to protecting your energy or just your peace. You need that time to yourself. Like, I'm always there and I'll always be there. But sometimes it may be where you just catch me where I'm really just going through it. Or sometimes some things just stumble upon me and I don't have a way out of them. Like, it's like, okay, it's already here. Now I have to deal with it. Now I have to be there for them. So I do not disturb is my best friend, because I have to prepare myself and make sure that I'm prepared to put myself in that, in whatever the situation is, because energy definitely transfers, and what someone else is going through, a lot of times, like, there's a lot of things that can trigger me and will have me kind of down in the rut. So I try to protect that. I know that those times they're gonna come. Like, that's something that's never gonna change for me. So I just have to be guarded and prepare myself before I open that door. So those close to me, they know, like, do not disturb. But then I
Oh,
still get those that's like, they complain a lot, like, oh, why you always on do not disturb? Why nobody can never reach you? And yes, like, it is kind of important to me because it could be an emergency, but it's like, I'm there. I'm just I gotta unlock the door, not you. As simple as that.
simple as that. Okay, okay. Some that I went through probably about 2 days ago, and once again, I was doing my research, and you brought it out, and it was, uh, uh, don't give out info because you're mad at them. Basically, I was
Oh,
the person that was getting, but I was the person that person was mad at, and I hear them dot 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 on the phone loudly, right?
mhm.
And you know what I'm saying? And I got stuff straightened out, but it's still a little something that bothered me, because if it consists of my name, talk to me. You know what I'm saying? If
Right,
it's about me, talk to me. Don't go.
right,
Then I seen your post where you was like, you know what I'm saying, just because somebody, you mad at somebody, so and so, you don't give out their information. You know what I'm saying, you don't put no bird in nobody's ear about what the other bird done just because you're upset. You know what I'm saying?
right,
When they do something good, you ain't got nothing to say. You don't say nothing. But then when they do something bad, it's do, or hey. So I say that to ask you, for you to make this statement, I'm guessing you either went through something, or you seen something, or you heard something, or you was just shedding light on a dark space. Um, where did that come from?
all of the above. I've definitely been through it. In my younger days, I can even say that I've done it, as far as like in relationships. Like, you get mad and you might want to get back at, or it was always get back at, because like, I was in this relationship before, and when he would mess up,
Hmm.
get caught up, he would like run to the internet with our problems, or like I guess that was his little defense mechanism or whatever he would try to do. And it would drive me crazy because I was the innocent one, but he would always do that to me. And again, I was younger at the time, so like it would take a lot, but I have a cap, and once it get full, that cap get to like so I would like be like, I would say little stuff about him, or like, or I would just clear up the truth, because really that's all I had to do was really put the truth out there, and that killed anything you tried to say about me. But I see that a lot. I see that with so many people. They get mad,
Yeah.
whether it's their friends, whether it's their spouse. They get mad and they just like, man, they just try to put everything out there, or they may even like try to spread rumors about them. And I just think
Yeah.
that you really have to be careful with that, because you don't really know when a friendship or a relationship is going to be over. That's like, I could get mad at my man tonight. I'm not going to wake up and just go on a rant about him knowing I'm not ready to leave him. And I know
Hmm.
he ain't going nowhere. So what's the point? And now we got everybody in our business. Now we got everybody saying like, oh, I thought you were so done, or I thought so it's like, why do that? But even especially with friendships, like that's the worst to me, because when you got somebody that you really consider a friend,
Hmm.
they confide in you. You confide in them, and then when you get mad, or if y'all do have a little falling out, like now you just spill all of this stuff they confided in you about. I just think that's so wrong to do somebody like that.
It is, and I have been in the past. I was one of those. You know what I'm saying? I get mad, but I try to reword it, be subliminal with it.
Right.
But certain, what I mean. But certain
Yeah.
situations in my
Yeah.
life made me understand that yo, man, like quit feeding into the negative. Think about two positive things and get rid of that negative and go somewhere else with it. You know what I'm saying?
But
So
that's how,
okay.
me personally, that's how, if anybody ever want to be in my business, that's how when I'm going through something, when I just like fall back from social media, because I'm dealing with that in practice. I may be going in them text messages or whatever it may be, but that's what I do, because if I'm online, and if anybody know, like when you going through something and you online, I don't know where those memes and them subtweets and all that be coming from, but they be right on point. You don't even be
Yeah.
wanting to go there, but it's like, oh, he ain't acting right, or he didn't did this, he didn't did that. And then you start to get all of these uplifting posts about being bigger than your relationship or your situation and letting it go. And it's like, okay, I felt that. Up, repost, retweet, retweet. And now it look like you doing it. Like it don't even be that. So I try to fall back. I'm not perfect, but I definitely try to fall back from social media when I'm going through something, because it be there. It be there for real.
Now, you know what? And okay, so podcaster right here. This is a podcast question to host. I want this would just hit me. If 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 you do hold on, let me ask you right now. Would you be like, say for instance, if that what you just said was me, if I was being the positive type person I am, and if I don't take that advice that you gave, if you're going through something that's really draining you, fall back, and instead of falling back, I feed into those posts and those tweets and those memes. Would that make me be lying to myself? You know what I mean?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No, because it's what you feel, it's what you're going through. Um, I just think it's so important to take time and really think things over, and not act or react too fast, because we're human nature. We have
Hmm.
emotions.
Hmm.
So that's my only thing with it. It's like, I don't want to react in the wrong way. I don't want to say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing or offend. I
Hmm.
already offend naturally. So I don't want to like purposely offend, or because I'm like protecting myself or like a lot of that stuff, sometimes it might not even really be that. It's just what we need to hear or what we want. You know, like when you going through something, you want to call your friend that's gonna tell you like, oh, you ain't wrong. Nope, you should have did that. You should, if it was me, I would have did this or that. I don't need that. I'm not even going to say that. I don't need that because I go off the handle already. So I don't need that. I need the friends that's going to talk me down, talk me off the ledge, like for real. Because if not, we both going to be somewhere we don't need to be.
You right. You right. Understood. Okay. So let's take a spin move and pivot to when did you start taking yourself more seriously in this podcasting game?
um, I started to prepare it about a year ago. I
Mm-hmm.
started to prepare. I knew I wanted to do it. Like, this is something I've always wanted to do. Like, I always used to think I was going to have my own talk show, first off. But then when podcasting came into play, I would say maybe like 5 or 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I really wanted to do it. At the time, I had a friend and we talked about it. We came up with a name, what the show was going to be about and everything like that. But we had a little falling out. And then again, it's just something that I've always wanted to do. But I felt like I needed a co-host. I've always felt like I don't want to just do it by myself. I want to have somebody that I could talk to because I may not always have guests on the show. And so over the past year and like me just becoming more and more and more vocal and like being in the face of everything, I just started to really put it out there. Like, I want a podcast. I want to do this. I want to do that. And people have come my way like quite a few times, but it just didn't feel right. And just me being me, I don't want to put my name on just anything with anybody. I'm really protective of that because again, people people know like, okay, if I get with her, if I do this or that with her, it's going to help me. I'm okay with helping people, but let's help each other. Let's be able to help each other. Don't try to use or misuse me. We're going to use each other together, if anything. So I've always like been kind of protective with who I wanted to do it with. And then somebody came along and like I said, we have been talking about it for quite a while, and we kind of just put it into works. And we kicked that off like in September of last year, but that didn't last long at all. Like there was no consistency. I kind of felt like it was a chase. And I was so ready and I had invested so much time and money already. That's when my videos started to come into play, when I was trying to like pick up in that time that was missing because we would have reschedules and no call, no shows and things like that. And it's like, okay, dang, like I really got to get this content out here. And I was just talking to my dude one day, and I like, after so many times of expressing my frustration and trying to figure out like, what do I do? How do I do it? I talk to other people. I talk to other podcast hosts, and they're like, you got two options. Like, you're either going to add an additional host or you're going to get rid of the one that you got. And I'm just like, how am I going to do that though? How? And again, being loyal to a flaw, like I felt like I can't leave nobody behind at the time, you know? So I just kind of was doing my videos in between time. But my videos became more, that was my primary source than the podcast. And then I was like, I'm gonna just do these for a while. But of course, I'm like, I gotta find another host. And I just think with time, like I would say like December, maybe I had just started kind of thinking like, okay, I just gotta jump out there. But I'm gonna just do my videos. And I'm trying to put those everywhere. And I've gotten bigger on TikTok. Like, I love TikTok now. You couldn't get me to get on TikTok at first, but TikTok really inspired me to really do more content. And so I just started doing that. And then I'm like, I had been talking about it, and people tell me to do it, but I was procrastinating. And it's just like, you know what? I just got to really just do it. So that's where I'm at right now. As you can see, I just put it out there today that I'm launching my podcast, and that's just what it's going to be. It's like God was pushing me and showing me like, this is the direction you're supposed to be going. You trying to do it this way, you trying to get help, or you trying to have like somebody with you when that's not your purpose, and that's holding you back, or even limiting my following. So I just slowly started to just branch off, and here I am.
Yo, that's such a relatable story. Everything you said, I probably went through it at least one time, and it's like that. I love doing this. When I'm having a bad day, if I have someone to talk with,
Yeah.
it just I don't think about none of that. Do not disturb, like you said. When that light hit, don't bother me.
Hmm.
I'm here. I love the research part. I love the looking up and the
Yes.
editing and the what I'm saying, thinking up the right questions that's gonna match the person. It's
Hmm.
so stress it takes the stress away from me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. To
So I
me, it's
mhm,
like journaling to me. That's how it
mhm,
feels. Like when I was coming up, I used to journal a lot because I always had a lot of thoughts, and I always used to just write. So to me, it's journaling. When either
mhm.
I'm going through it and I just have to get it out vocally, and of course, you can't always talk to everybody
Yeah.
because they're going to be judgmental. They don't want to hear you. Or I don't like, even like with my parents, like that's where I'm at kind of right now. Like my mom is my mom and I love her to death. But my mom is like computerized. Like her responses aren't like what I need. Not saying I want her to tell me what I want to hear, but I want her to give me her advice based on experience, based on knowledge, based on understanding, or telling me, you know what, I don't have that answer, but being an ear to me. But instead of that, it's like it's just a remote response. And that's not what I need. I can just go read a book or, something like that if I don't want a response at all. So doing this, like you said, when I press record, that's just what it is. I'm getting it all out. And if I'm just feeling a certain way, or whether I see something, I'm gonna go research it. I'm gonna go look it up. I'm gonna study. I'm gonna take my notes, and then I'm gonna give my opinion on it. And that's how these videos come about. Like it's not always just knowing it all. So anybody that's watching, don't look to me as your savior. I ain't nobody's savior.
That's what I'm talking about. Crazy to go, yo. So, uh, um, what's one of your main goals this year that you know that you're gonna complete?
I think that's my podcast, like putting that into play and staying active with it without being, I don't even know what I'm scared of. Like, it's like I have this fear, or had, past tense, had this fear,
Hmm.
but I really don't even know. Already been in the spotlight. Like, this is what I've always done with anything. Like I was a manager at one point, I did music, and it's like I've always just been there. So it's like I'm always trying to help other people though. Like that was my thing. I was the helper. Like I'm just great at helping, and helping somebody get ahead, and knowing what needs to be done and how to do it, and being strategic. But it's like put that into yourself and just do it. Do it yourself, so you don't have to worry about nobody playing with your time, taking you for granted, or anything like that. And I think I really started to take myself more serious, like when I lost my son, because I used to manage my son.
Okay.
um and that was like I thought everything was over, because like who am I going to manage now? Of course there's a lot of other talented artists out there, but I've tried it. Nobody's had the drive, nobody's had the dedication, nobody's had the seriousness. It's like I took them more serious than they took themselves. They didn't take me serious at all. And if I, like, basically, if you're not serious about your craft, I don't have a job. I don't have no job to do. So it's like I'm not going to be dependent on nobody else to help me do what I need to do, when I could just do it myself and for myself.
Okay. And um, I also noticed the artists. I've seen a lot of the artists on your page. Um, tell me about that artist. You know what I mean? Like what the because I noticed I kept seeing the posts. Like it seems like when you scroll, Is that the artist that you talking about? I don't want to mispronounce the name. How do you say the name?
Lucky
The
two times.
Lucky Two Time. Okay, okay,
Hmm.
yeah. So
That's my
that
son.
artist.
Yes.
Okay, okay, okay. Tell me if you feel like it. Tell me about that artist, or like the since you do management, and who else can tell you best about an artist than a manager. So
Right.
uh tell me about that artist Lucky Two Times and stuff like that, like the tracks or the meaning of the name, all that.
So starting with his name, he changed his name in 2018.
Okay,
He had got shot back
okay,
then,
okay.
and his dad started calling him Lucky,
Hmm.
and he had wrote him a poem, and then he paid in full, and his name was Lucky or whatever, and
Hmm.
so he just added on the two times, like he everything I do is two extra, or I do two times harder. Like he was always just he did everything he was supposed to do. That's all I could really say. And not
Gotcha.
because that's my son, not because that's my artist, but that's why I took him as serious as I did, because he showed me how much he wanted it. Like he was really, really hungry about it. So that's where his name came from. Before that, he went by CJ the Prince.
Okay.
Um, and he started doing music at like 10. And at that time,
Wow.
I was still doing music. And he was still developing from his room,
Hmm.
his closet, like that's what he was doing. But after a couple years, I seen like he was still serious. He was still working, and like he had really developed over time. And
Hmm.
it was just like, as a mother, I'm just like, there was that motherly instinct, like, why would I not put my all into my child instead of
Hmm.
myself? And so I had just sat him down and I asked him, like, is this what you really want to do? And he was like, yeah. I asked him why. I'm like, if I take you serious, you can't play with my time at all.
Hmm.
And we just had like this really heartfelt conversation. And he told me like he was really serious. And through our journey, it was 10 years. Like, that's all he showed me, nothing but seriousness. He showed me how bad he wanted it. He showed me that he was actually going to develop, and he had just become better and better and better over time with his music. So it was like, I don't regret it at all. I don't regret any
Gotcha.
of it. It was worth it. And I wish we had a longer journey. I hate that he was cut short. Like, I feel like he was robbed, because he was destined to be even bigger than he is now.
Okay. Okay. I didn't, what I'm saying, I didn't know that, what I'm saying, but as we started talking, I was starting to catch on, what I'm saying, using that podcast to ear, you're a host,
Hmm.
and when there's certain things that you don't know, you don't want to ask like that, but yeah, you see it, you kind of work your way into it. So I appreciate you giving me that piece of story. That's all. I'm not one of the kind to keep digging, digging, digging. Thank you for that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's also inspiring to keep going, keep moving. KIM, keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? You have to keep moving. You know what I mean? And you're proud of what you're doing. You're proud of what you accomplished, even though you wish there was more. But you have fixed yourself to turn that into an inspiring story, full of soul, full of love, and also hard work and ethic takes time. You know what I mean? It's there. You know what I mean? So thank you for that. Thank you for that. Um, before I get into this bonus round fun with you, I want to ask, what is a weight that has been lifted off your shoulders that you left in 2022? You know what I'm saying? Because we always step into the new year saying, this right here, I'm gonna mush it in his face, and it's going on. Don't come. What's something for you personally that you can say you're proud of, that's gone now? I'm doing better now.
Um, I think just letting go a dead weight,
Hmm.
uh, especially from like friendships and things like that. I try to hold on and give chances and look at things like, because I understand everyone isn't the same. We're all
Mm-hmm.
different. We are
Mm-hmm.
all unique individuals. But I, I'm learning, and I definitely learned in 2022 to, I learned separation. I learned like it's okay. It's something I've always known, but I'm learning to apply it. It's okay to apply separation. It's okay for it
Mm-hmm.
to happen. Everything is not meant to last forever. There are
Mm-hmm.
seasons for a reason. And so I think that's where I'm at as far as coming into 2023.
Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for that. I always have a little this or that question bonus round at the end of my talks. Um, I know Instagram. If you know Instagram like I know it. Once you get started, get to going, they start throwing their time up on you. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to squeeze this in a little bit because I tried to match what I got with you, and I know that you're gonna give some very dope tight answers. So I would like to do this with you before I squeeze into the outro, let people know where to find you at. I didn't want to hold you long, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate, thank you for those answers, you know what I'm saying,
No
that you
problem.
gave. Um, Also, I think I saw a post where you said you're about to be mama 3 time, right? Did I see
No.
that on Twitter? I thought I saw that on Twitter. That's an old video.
I did say that. I said did I say I'm having a baby? I forgot how I worded it, but I said that, but no, I'm not. I'm not having no children. I
Okay.
cannot have any children. I was
Okay.
talking about birth in my podcast. That's it, and that's all. I got a
I'm.
grandchild, so like I'm sure not having no babies. My grandbaby called me. Somebody seen it on Facebook and told her mama, and they called me like, what? Because my grandbaby, she let it be known, like she want to be the only one. And I told her
Yeah.
mama that. I told my son that. Like, we don't want no babies until Kaylani get 10. Like, she want to be the only one, and she deserved to be the only one. And that's my
Okay.
son's daughter. So she definitely deserved, that one-on-one time. But no, I'm
Okay.
definitely not having
So
no babies.
I thank you for straightening that out. I apologize for misconstruing. Scoot, my bad. My bad. It's okay. Okay. Let's get into this bonus round fun right quick. Okay. This or that. You pick which one you like. You know what I'm saying? We'll make this fun. So I'm going to start off like this. Which one do you rather prefer? Cookies or chips?
Chips.
Okay. Um, which one's more important to you? Honesty or loyalty?
Um, I think loyalty. You want an explanation or just
If you feel like it. If you feel like it.
I just feel like without loyalty, you're not really gonna be honest with the person. I could be honest with people, but there may not be no loyalty there. But I would choose loyalty because I think with loyalty comes honesty.
Okay, all right. Um, you more of a TV person or more of a music person?
I don't know if I'm getting old. Music. I love music. Like if you know, it's music for me. But I'm drawing more into TV than I've ever been before.
Hmm.
So I don't know if that's like I'm comfortable with like just being in my bed. Like I'm binge watching now and things like that. That's something I've never done. I'll just be in the room, no TV, no nothing, and just music on all day long. But I'm like, am I getting old? I just asked myself, like, am I getting old?
Hey, I'm right there with you. I understand. Okay. Would you rather be cherished or respected?
Cherished.
Hmm. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Um, which one is which one is more? Which one do you think is more of what you don't want? Regret or doubt?
Doubt.
Doubt. Okay. What's more important for you, having your hair done or having your nails done?
Nails.
Nails. All right. You know there. Um, are you more of a talker or are you more of a listener?
I think it's neck and neck.
Okay. 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 So, okay. Cool. Okay.
I'm a
That's a
great
good one. That was a good one.
listener, but I also like to get my point across.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Are you more of a park lady or are you more of a beach lady?
Beach.
Beach. Okay. Um, are you more of a as a person? You more of a saver or you more of a spender?
Spender.
Spender. Me too. I can't front. Me too. Uh, would you rather see it or hear it?
See.
See. Okay. Are you more of a day person or a night person?
Um, midday.
Hey, I take it. Just
Midday.
I take it. I take it. I just put a slash in the middle. I take that. Okay. Okay. Are you more of an introvert or extrovert?
I think that it depends on the person, I guess. It depends on the crowd. It depends on the person. I'm I'm a I naturally I'm an introvert,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm a Pisces. So I
Okay.
know how to uh um what's the word I'm looking for? I
Gotcha.
adapt very well. So yeah.
Okay. That's a good word. I like that. Okay. Just a few more left. Would you rather see the future or change the past?
Change the past.
Change the past. Okay.
I'm gonna steal this game.
Please do. Please, 'cause I know you're gonna come with it. I already know you're gonna come with it when you do it. Please do. What's more important to you, Miss Chrissy? Growth or security?
You said growth
Mm-hmm.
or security?
Mm-hmm.
Um, dang. I'm big on growth. Uh, I'm gonna say security.
Okay. Okay. No wrong with it. Okay. Do you operate more off of logic or emotion?
Emotion.
Emotion. Okay. Book smarts or street smarts?
mm
Which which do you think lasts the longest?
Okay, it's more to it. Street.
Street. Street.
Yes.
I agree also. I agree. Uh are you a lady that sees the glass half full or half empty?
Half full.
Half full. Okay. Just for laughs. Flannel or floral?
You said flannel
Or
or
floral.
floral? I love floral. I'm flannel. I know I got but I love flannel. I really do.
That's dope. That's dope. I'm a plaid person myself, but yeah, I'm with you though. Okay, last two. Uh, well, actually, last three. Would you rather have the ultimate confidence or the ultimate awareness?
Awareness.
Awareness. I like it. It's dope. Okay. Uh, which more is important to you from the world? Kindness or honesty?
Kindness.
Kindness. Okay. And last one, Chrissy the GOAT. Now I'm talking to Chrissy the GOAT. What do you want from this world, from this universe? Respect or loyalty?
Respect.
Elaborate on that one for me.
Um, because I don't know the world, and the
Mm-hmm.
world don't really owe me nothing. I've learned that. Like the world don't owe me nothing. A lot of people don't owe me anything. Um, you're gonna give me my respect.
Yes, ma'am.
Like you're definitely gonna give me my respect. You don't gotta like me at all, but you're gonna respect me.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for playing that. I hope you enjoyed it. And
Yeah.
please take it and do your thing. I would love to be in the crowd watching you question somebody that's dope. Uh, once again, thank you for giving some of your time up. Like I said, I'm trying to work on doing faster shows. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I got 25 seconds right now as it's going. So please, everybody, follow Krissie underscore 2 times on Twitter. TikTok is Krissie the Goat. On YouTube is Krissie the Goat. On Facebook is Krissie the Goat. And also
Yes.
check out her email at book
Book
at
with
Krissie
Chrissy at
book with
gmail.com.
Krissie at gmail.com.